Hello and welcome back to the Quad Life. Well, it is a nice day out here in September and nice on the deck of just getting sun. However, a big part of the Quad Life is time management and having enough time to do, well, anything to say the least. Well, part of living as a quadriplegic and having a lot of medical cares done throughout the day is that I have to carefully watch the time. So I always have my watch on if I'm up in my chair, and when I'm in my bed, I have at usually at least two, but always one clock that I can see. So throughout the day, I get stuff done of bathroom routine that it's on a fairly regular schedule, and I have cares I get in the afternoon that take a while. But a big part of time as well is changing my positions. So if I'm in bed all day, I sit up for about an hour to an hour and a half, and then I lay flat again for another hour and a half again. So throughout the day, I have a whole lot of ups and downs, to say the least. And when I'm flat, I can do some things, but not a whole lot. Like, I can watch YouTube or read or that kind of thing, but I cannot do much things with the mouse and keyboard as it hurts my mouth too much. So if I want to get anything done, that means I have to do it while I'm sitting in bed. So that leaves a very limited amount of time to get things done. I think I've calculated it that if I'm in bed all day, then it gives me something like 4.5 to 5 hours of time during the day that I can do stuff. So when you think about how many hours are in the day, just having like 5, that isn't a lot. And if I'm up in my chair like I am now, well, that means I can do stuff in my chair. But as far as computer work, not really at all. Because my computer is not really set up in order to work while I'm in my chair. However, that's not the only factor. Another big thing is my caregivers. So my day schedule has it that my day person comes in at 7 and should be leaving at 5. Sometimes or frequently goes over a few minutes. But if I have anything that, say, takes me out of the house, like haircuts or doctor's appointments, or going to the fair or anything of that sort, well, I need to factor in what time of day those appointments are, how long it takes to get there and back. So you have to drive an hour one way, and my caregiver schedule. Because if they're supposed to leave at 5 o'clock, and I have a doctor's appointment at, say, 3 o'clock, that's over an hour away, and I have afternoon cares that need to be done, my exercises and that kind of thing, well, that time of day doesn't work for me then. So I have to be very particular about what time I can get appointments and where, and also what days. Not all my caregivers are okay with getting me in my chair or out in the van. So that's also a limiting factor for time during the week of what I can get done. So all these are things that I have to take into account when managing schedules or planning anything. And it's part of the quad life and living with a spinal cord injury that a lot of people don't really realize or think of. Now, if you have a different caregiver schedule or just have family that they're around 24/7 anyway, that of course makes different factors, and they aren't leaving at, say, 5 in the afternoon, then that way it's a little bit easier, but it's a little bit harder on your family as well. And we'll go over that in a different video. But in doing these videos this month, I'm quickly realizing that I do not have as much time as I should, because realizing the videos are a little bit shorter than I would like, and I'm not giving enough time to prepare and really think them out. So getting a video every day this month, I really do not think is going to be happening. So hopefully be a couple times a week at least. We'll see. Right now for work, I have a lot of things that I'm doing. In fact, I would love to sit out here on the deck and get some sun on my legs. Right now, getting some sun on my feet, but that's about it. And at least have lunch out here. But if I get down, as soon as I get done with this video and back in bed, that means if I'm flat in bed for about an hour, I can sit up again and get some work done. And unfortunately, trying to be a responsible adult, that means that I need to get things done as well. And also, I've noticed before that in my reports, like say for July, I had 10,000 views or somewhere around there for this channel, but less than 9,000 minutes watched. So that means most of you do not even watch for 1 minute. So that also makes it difficult for me to make these videos and take the time for them, if no one's watching for more than a minute anyway. So if you have watched to this point, I thank you for doing so, and I do appreciate the time that you have taken to see everything and my musings of what goes on. Please comment below if you're still here, and I'll look forward to talking to you next time on The Quad Life. Bye for now.